Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. In this video I intend to introduce books relating to mathematical methods in physics. Okay. So dear students, these are the books, and now I open one by one these books and take a short introduction about these books. Okay. This is the first book. Mathematical Methods in the Physical Sciences, third edition, Mary L. Bose. Okay. Mathematical Methods in the Physical Sciences, third edition, dear students, this edition was published in the year 2006. Okay. And now we take a short look of the contents. Dear students, its first chapter is infinite or infinite series and power series. Okay, it's chapter number 2. Second chapter is about complex numbers. Its third chapter is about linear algebra. Its fourth chapter is about partial differentiation. Its fifth chapter is about multiple integrals. Its sixth chapter is about vector analysis. Its chapter number 7 is about Fourier series and transforms. Its chapter number 8 is about ordinary differential equations. Its chapter number 9 is about calculus of variations. Its chapter number 9 is about calculus of variations. Its chapter number 10 is about tensor analysis. Its chapter number 11 is about special functions. Its chapter number 12 is about series solutions of differential equations, Legendre, Bessel, Hermite and logger functions. Okay. Its chapter number 13 is about partial differential equations. Its chapter number 14 is about functions of a complex variable. And its last chapter, chapter number 15, is about probability and statistics. Okay. This book contains about 859 pages. Okay. But this number does not correspond to page numbers which have been printed at the end of each page, because this number not only includes starting pages in which preface and contents are given, and also end pages in which appendices and index X is given. Okay. Now we open second book. I think it is older version. there is no need for mathematical methods in the physical sciences. Anyhow, we leave this book because this is also same author, however different edition. Okay, dear students, now we open second book. Second book is mathematical physics. Its name is also difficult, Butkov. Okay, Jenny Butkov. Eugene. This name is difficult to be pronounced exactly. Okay, so I think it should be Jenny Butkov. Anyhow, pronunciation does not matter very much. Okay, its publisher is Edison Wesley. Okay, first printing 1973, copyright 1968. Okay, dear students, its first chapter is vector matrices and coordinates. Second chapter is functions of a complex variable. Chapter number 3 is about linear differential equations of second order. Chapter number 4, Fourier series. Chapter number 5, the Laplace transformation. Chapter number 6, concepts of the theory of distributions. Chapter number 7, Fourier transforms. Chapter number 8, partial differential equations. Chapter number 9, special functions. Chapter number 10, finite dimensional linear spaces. Chapter number 11, infinite dimensional vector spaces. Chapter number 12, Green's functions. Chapter number 13, variational methods. Chapter number 14, traveling waves, radiation scattering. Chapter number 15, perturbation methods. Chapter number 16, tensors. Chapter, and this is the end. Okay, index is given at the page number 727. We open another edition of this book. Mathematical physics, Gianni Butkov. We leave this edition, okay, because author is the same. Now we open next book. Okay, next. Dear students, this book is George Orphan. Okay. Mathematical methods for physicists, a comprehensive guide. 7th edition, Orphan, Weber and Harris. Okay. Mathematical methods for physicists, 7th edition, a comprehensive guide. George B. Orphan and Hans J. Weber, Frank E. Harris. Okay. Okay, dear students, this edition was published in the year 2013. Okay. Now we open some other edition of this book. Okay. Mathematical methods for physicists, sixth edition, George B. Orphan, Hans J. Weber. Okay, Elsewhere Academic Press. This is sixth edition. Okay, this sixth edition was published in the year 2005. Okay, previous was seventh edition, and that was published in the year 2013. Okay, now we come towards its contents. Okay, it's chapter number 1. First chapter is about vector analysis. Okay, its second chapter, chapter number 2, is about vector analysis in curved coordinates and tensors. Its third chapter is about determinants and matrices. Okay, its fourth chapter is about group theory. Its fifth chapter is about infinite series. Its sixth chapter is about functions of a complex variable. 1. Analytic properties mapping. Okay, its chapter number 7 is functions of a complex variable 2. Its chapter number 8 is about the gamma function, factorial function. Its chapter number 9 is about differential equations. Its chapter number 10 is about Sturm-Liouville theory, orthogonal functions. Its chapter number 11 is about Bessel functions. Its chapter number 12 is about Legendre functions. Its chapter number 13 is about more special functions. Its chapter number 14 is about Fourier series. Its chapter number 15 is about integral transforms. Its chapter number 16 is about integral equations. Its chapter number 17 is about calculus of variations. Its chapter number 18 is about non-linear methods and chaos. And its last chapter, chapter number 19, is about probability. And after this chapter, index is given at page number 1153. Okay, dear students, now we open some other edition of this book, because this book is very important. This is taught all over the world. Okay, mathematical methods for physicists, sixth edition, Orphan and Weber. Okay, okay. We open another edition of this book. Okay, this is a different version. Okay, essential mathematical methods for physicists. Okay, Weber and Orphan. Okay, here the word essential has been used. Okay, now we are moving toward its contents. Okay, essential mathematical methods for physicists. Essential mathematical methods for physicists. Hans J. Weber, George B. Orphan. Okay, Academic Press. Copyright 2003, 2001, 1995, 1985, 1970, 1966. Okay, it means from 1966 to 2003. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 editions have been published. 6 editions. Okay, first edition in 1966, second edition in 1970, third edition in 1985, fourth edition in 1995, fifth edition in 2001, and last, that is sixth edition in 2003. Okay, here once again we take a look at its contents. Okay, vector analysis. Vector analysis include coordinates and tensors, determinants and matrices, group theory, functions of a complex variable, one and then two different contents are almost same which we have seen in previous edition. Okay, anyhow, now we move to next book. Okay, dear students, this is our next book on mathematical methods. Okay, third edition, mathematical methods for physics and engineering. It has three authors. Okay, K.F. Riley, M.P. Hobson, S.J. Benz. Okay, three writers: K.F. Riley, M.P. Hobson, S.J. Benz. Mathematical Methods for Physics and Engineering, third edition, K.F. Riley, M.P. Hobson and S.J. Benz, Cambridge University Press. Dear students, this edition was published in the year 2006. Okay, first published in print format 2006. Now we come towards its contents. Okay, its first chapter is about preliminary algebra. Okay, preliminary algebra. Its chapter number 2 is about preliminary calculus. Its chapter number 3 is about complex numbers and hyperbolic functions. Its chapter number 4 is about series and limits. Okay, its chapter number 5, fifth chapter, is about partial differentiation. Its sixth chapter is about multiple integrals. Its seventh chapter is about vector algebra. Its eighth chapter is about matrices and vector spaces. Its ninth chapter is about normal modes. Its 10th chapter is about vector calculus. Its 11th chapter is about line, surface and volume integrals. Okay, its 12th chapter is about Fourier series. Its 13th chapter is about integral transforms. Its 14th chapter is about first order ordinary differential equations. Its 15th chapter is about higher order ordinary differential equations. Its 16th chapter is about series solutions of ordinary differential equations. Its 17th chapter is about eigenfunction methods for differential equations. Its chapter number 18 is about special functions. Its 19th chapter number 19 is about quantum operators. Its chapter number 20 is about partial differential equations, general and particular solutions. Its chapter number 21 is about partial differential equations, separation of variables and other methods. Okay, Now we move to chapter number 22. Chapter number 22 is about calculus of variations. Chapter number 23 is about integral equations. Chapter number 24 is about complex variables. Chapter number 25 is about applications of complex variables. Chapter number 26 is about tensors. Chapter number 27 is about numerical methods. Okay. Chapter number 28 is about group theory. Chapter number 29 is about representation theory. Chapter number 30 is about probability. And chapter number 31 is about statistics, and this is the last chapter of this book. After this chapter, index is given at page number 1305. Okay, enough. Now we move to our next book. Okay. Dear students, our next book is Applied Mathematical Methods in Theoretical Physics. Okay, second enlarged and improved edition. Its its author is difficult to be pronounced. Michio Masujima. Okay, Michio Masujima. Anyhow, name is not very much important. Contents are important. Approach is important. Okay. Now we move towards its contents. Okay. This book was published in the year 2009. 2009. Okay. Dear students, its first chapter is about function spaces, linear operators and Green's functions. Chapter number 2, integral equations and Green functions. Chapter number 3, integral equations of the Volterra type. Chapter number 4 is about integral equations of the Fredholm type. Chapter number 5, Hibbert-Schmidt theory of symmetric kernel. It has total 10 chapters. Okay, and then index is given at page number 573. I think it is enough about this book. Okay, now we move on to another book. Okay, difficult names. Okay, Klaus Weltner, Jean Grosjean, Wolfgang J. Weber, Peter Schuster. Okay, other countries, other names, other pronunciation. Okay, mathematics for physicists and engineers, fundamentals and interactive study guide. Its publisher is Springer. Okay, again Klaus Weltner, Wolfgang J. Weber, Jean Grosjean. Okay, 2009 copyright. Okay, we take a look at its contents. Its first chapter is about vector algebra 1. scalars and vectors. Its chapter number 2 is about vector algebra 2, scalars and vector products. Its chapter number 3 is about functions. Its chapter number 4 is about exponential, logarithmic and hyperbolic functions. Its fifth chapter is about differential calculus. Its sixth chapter is about integral calculus. Its seventh chapter is about applications of integration. Its eighth chapter is about Taylor series and power series. Its ninth chapter is about complex numbers. Its 10th chapter is about differential equations. Its 11th chapter is about Laplace transforms. Its chapter number 12 is about functions of several variables, partial differentiation and total differentiation. Its chapter number 13 is about multiple integrals, coordinate systems. Its chapter number 14 is about transformation of coordinates matrices. Its chapter number 15 is about sets of linear equations, determinants. Its chapter number 16 is about eigenvalues and eigenvectors of real matrices. Its chapter number 17 is about vector analysis, surface integrals, divergence, curl and potential. Its chapter number 18 is about Fourier series, harmonic analysis. Its chapter number 19 is about probability calculus. Its chapter number 20 is about probability distribution. Its chapter number 21 is about theory of errors. And this is the last chapter. Okay, chapter number 21 is the last chapter of this book, and index is given at page 581. And I think this is enough about this book. Now we move to our next book. Okay. Second edition Mathematica. Second edition Mathematica for theoretical physicists, classical mechanics and non-linear dynamics. Okay. GERD, BAUMANN, Baumann. Okay, we can pronounce it as Gerd Baumann. Okay, GERD, Gerd, BAUMANN, Baumann. Okay, Mathematica for theoretical physicists. Mathematica for theory. Okay. This book was published in the year 2005. Okay. Now we are moving toward its contents. Okay. Chapter number 1 is introduction. Chapter number 2 classical mechanics. Okay. Chapter number 3 non-linear dynamics. Chapter number 4 electrodynamics. Chapter number 5 quantum mechanics. Chapter number 6 general relativity. Chapter number 7 fractals. And this is the end of this. I think it is enough. Okay, now we move to next book. Okay, this is our next book. Okay, mathematical methods for the physical sciences. this semester course, Sean D. Rayon, PhD. Okay, copyright 2015 and 16. Okay, Dr. Sean D. Rayon. Okay, fundamentals of complex numbers, linear algebra, multivariable calculus, multivariable integration and applications, vector analysis, ordinary differential equations, partial differential equations and Fourier series, partial differential equations, and then index. Okay, I think it is enough about this book. Okay, now we move to our next book. Okay, dear students, this is our next book. Okay, progress in mathematical physics, Philip Blanchard, Erwin Brewing. Okay, dear students, actually names of foreign writers are not very much familiar to us, and so while pronouncing their names, mistake is quite probable. Okay, mathematical methods in physics, distributions, Hilbert space operators, variational methods, and applications in quantum physics, second edition, Berkhauser. This is the publisher. Okay, Berkhauser. Berkhauser. Now we move to its contents. Dear students, its first edition was published in the year 2003 and second edition in 2015. Okay, now we move to its contents. Okay, chapter number 1, introduction. Chapter number 2, species of test functions. Chapter number 3, Schwartz distributions. Chapter number 4, calculus of distributions. Chapter number 5, distributions as derivatives of functions. Chapter number 6, tensor products. Chapter number 7, convolution products. Chapter number 8, applications of convolutions. Chapter number 9, holomorphic functions. Chapter number 10, Fourier transformation. Chapter number 11, distribution as boundary values of analytic functions. Chapter number 12, other species of generalized functions. Okay, part 3, Hilbert space operators. Now we move to next part. Actually its chapters are very much. Next part is about variational method, and this is the end. Okay, last chapter is chapter number 37. Okay, I think it is enough introduction about this book, and now we move to our next book. Okay, I think this is a different edition of the same book which we have previously discussed. Okay, we leave this, and we see what is in the last. physics textbook. Physics textbook Bruce R. Casey and Eric A. Westwing. Okay, mathematical physics, applied mathematics for scientists and engineers. Second edition. Second edition. Second edition. Here 2006. Okay, this book was published in the year 2006. Now we move to its contents. Okay, its first chapter. Its first chapter is a review of vector and matrix algebra using subscripts summation conventions. Okay, differential and integral operations on vectors and scalar fields. Then chapter number 3 is about curvilinear coordinates. Chapter number 7. Chapter number 4 is about introduction to tensors. Chapter number 5 is about the Dirac delta function. Chapter number 6 is about introduction to complex variables. Okay, and then chapter number 7 is about Fourier series. Chapter number 8 is about Fourier transforms. Chapter number 9 is about Laplace transforms. Chapter number 10 is about differential equations. Chapter number 11 is about solutions to Laplace equations. Chapter number 12 is about integral equations. Chapter number 13 is about advanced topics in complex analysis. Chapter number 14 is about tensors in non-orthogonal coordinate system. Chapter number 15 is introduction to group theory. Okay, and this is the last chapter of this book. After this chapter, appendix begins from page number 639, and I think it is enough about this book. And I think now we should end this video. In this video, we have given an introduction about the books under title Mathematical Methods in